Hello, this is Shenandoah from Squishy Stitches, coming back for another stitch with me. Um, so how are you all? I am doing pretty good. Um, just been working on some upcoming videos for you, the creepy stitchy ones I talked about in the last um, stitch with me. I had originally been planning on getting the first one out today. However, it's a much bigger project than I had anticipated, so there's unfortunately no physical way I could ever get it out today. So, it will come out on the 31st. It will be I'm very excited to reveal it to you all, which is why I'm disappointed I can't get it today, but I still have so much work to do. I'm not even done editing the footage. Made a big mistake with the footage. I had my phone next to me, and me being ADHD, I would pick it up periodically, and so I have to cut out those periods where I was looking at my phone. Not doing that today, obviously. I think part of it was just because I was in a long stitchy session for that one. I think I stitched for like 5 hours, which I've been editing down. But, you know, that's how things go sometimes. Learning lesson, don't have my phone near me when I'm doing a stitch with me. So, actually it is near me, but I'm not going to touch it because I'm busy talking. So, how have you all been? I hope everything's going well. I know I don't know what I'm saying. I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the world with the earthquake in Puerto Rico and the massive fires in Australia. So I hope everybody who lives in those areas is doing okay. The fires are pretty devastating from what I understand. They're huge. And what baffles my mind is like the police in Australia have arrested, there's a little fuzzy there that I don't like, have arrested like 24 people for deliberately setting fires. Like, why would you do that? Like, what seriously is wrong with you? What did I do? I did something weird on Pattern Keeper. Oh, there we go. Okay. I was marking the stitches I had done and everything turned black. I don't know what happened there. But so yeah, I mean, that just completely baffles my mind. Why would somebody do that? And I mean, yeah, I'm sure it baffles everybody else's mind too. Anybody who's not an arsonist. But that's what's been baffling my mind lately. Things around the house are pretty normal. Riker finally got caught up on all his homework. He had about 20 pages of homework to do over Christmas break because he wasn't bringing it home. Because, you know, he thinks if he doesn't bring it home, he doesn't have to do it. Which we got at home and we made him do it all. He went the whole winter break with no TV. Because we made the rule, you don't get TV till your homework's done. He got it all done eventually. yeah, that was a lot of homework, and now he's motivated to keep caught up on it, so that's a blessing in disguise. He's like, I don't ever want to do that again. So he's caught up on that. Now we just have to get him to get his room cleaned again. See, the problem is he has so much stuff. And he doesn't want to get rid of any of it. And if I get rid of it, he has a fit, which I do get rid of it even though he has a fit, because, you know, I am his parent, not his friend. No, I am his friend too, but first and foremost, I'm his parent. And then a lot of it's stuff he actually plays with, and his room isn't that big. And I'm not going to get rid of toys he actually plays with. That's just not nice. And so we gotta go through and clean his room. I just went through all his clothes, and anything that doesn't fit has gone off to donations. It's something I do every year at the beginning of the year. It's just a good time for me, I guess. I don't do spring cleaning. I just kind of go through cycles where I feel like cleaning, and I've been in one. So I've been cleaning and organizing and all that fun stuff. It's never a New Year's resolution. I don't typically make resolutions because it's a resolution. Nobody keeps them. B, if I need to make a change in my life, I'm not going to wait till the first of the year to make it. I'm going to just do it and work actively towards it, because that makes more sense to me than waiting for an arbitrary date to get started on things. Like, oh, I'm going to wait till 2021 to learn how to play guitar. No, I'll just start learning now. Which I still need to do. I've been wanting to learn how to play guitar forever. I have a guitar. Mine right there. Get in there, right where I want you. There we go. Last year, my husband bought me an electric guitar. And I have played it a little bit. I learned how to play the opening to an Aerosmith song. We Will Rock You. Or no. That's Queen. It wasn't We Will Rock You. It was... I don't remember off the top of my head. It's been about 6 months since I've played. But I do need to pick that back up and start learning how to play again, because I have always wanted to learn how to play guitar, and I have an electric one that I love. But it's not a New Year's resolution, it's just something I want to do. Alright, and that's that for that thread. One, two, three, four. So what I do for tying off threads is I count 15 spaces over from the diagonal. That way I know it will be caught up in the next diagonal, and with room to trim. And I go down and up just so it stays secure. Okay, and that color is 823. Let's pull it out of my case. There it is. Oops, bumping my light. Doo-doo-doo. There. Oops, dropped my mouse. Oh, and my camera's going skewy. There we go. And my phone's buzzing. Come on, thread. You know you want to. It was protesting being used. It didn't want to come off the bobbin. I had to coax it a little bit. Now my light's swinging everywhere. Oh, hey, somebody from California is calling me. I don't know any. Well, I do know somebody in California, but he wouldn't be calling me. I haven't spoken to him in years. Alright, now that everything's resituated, I still haven't gotten the color I'm missing. Because I haven't been to Michael's. Because I've been hermiting in my house. I'm sure you all know what I mean, where sometimes you just don't want to leave your house. And that's the mood I've been in. It's mostly because it's winter. It's cold outside, and I don't want to deal with it. Just checking my spot. No, I'm over one too many. I need to go right here. Tie and do 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 do. Okay, where was I? Yes. Hermiting because it's winter. Yeah, we were supposed to get, according to the news reports, a hellacious amount of snow. It didn't even cover the ground. They were likening it to a blizzard that happened in like the 1970s, where, you know, the whole state of Michigan was shut down. And it's like, yeah. I remember my friend was saying she needed to go to the store and get supplies because, you know, the storm. And it's like, you know, I'm not gonna bother. I'm too jaded. I know it's just gonna be nothing. And I was right. And so she has... I mean, having emergency supplies is not a bad thing. Make sure you have extra water and flashlights and stuff in your house. But you don't need to go out in a panic and get them. Just get them and have them. We always have water in the basement. We rotate out the gallons about every 3 months. so they stay fresh. We always have extra canned food on hand, because, you know, stuff does happen. You should be prepared. But don't panic. I mean, unless, you know, like a hurricane is coming your way or a forest fire, because those are highly unpredictable, and really the only way to keep safe is to get out of the way. If you can. And I do know how devastating forest fires are. I grew up in Colorado. We had them every year. Growing up, when I was about 8, there was one in the canyon that we drove every day to get to school, and my mom took to get to work, and it blazed through. It destroyed like 2 mountainsides, just completely burnt everything down. So they went from this lush forest looking area. I don't even remember what they looked like before, because it was so devastating. And then for years there was risk of mudslides because there wasn't enough greenery tacking the dirt down. And I mean, I lived there for 20 years after the fire, and there still wasn't forest there. There were starting to be a few trees popping up here and there, but not really anything, not like it was. There might be now. I mean, I haven't lived there in like 20 years. I want to go back out and see. Not just that, but, you know, go home, basically. Visit home. I don't know when that will be, because we have a lot going on. Trip-wise, we have a lot planned, because we have Riker school trips every year. Next year, we're taking a trip with my husband's parents. Okay, wait, this isn't right. Is it? Isn't it? No, it's not. Okay. This one doesn't go there. And you don't go there. And you aren't there either. Thank you. And rethread. So yeah, we have those trips coming. My husband wants to take a trip this year because it's our 10th wedding anniversary. And I would like that too, but, you know, finances. Gotta make sure those work out first. He wants to go spend a weekend at Mackinac Island without our son. And I would like that too, but I just don't know that this year's the year for it. You know what I'm saying? I think I would rather get some much needed repairs done on the house. Especially since we already have a trip planned for Chicago in the fall, and a camping trip, and Riker school trip. So that's, you know, a lot. My fabric is bunched up over my wrist weird, so forgive me for the jerking. I'm getting it straightened out so it doesn't feel so weird on my wrist. Alright. That is a lot of trips. That is a lot of money. And we don't usually have that much, but lately I've paid off my student loans, we've paid off all our medical bills, and so now we're living it up. But we need to reel it in a little bit, I think, so we can get some repairs done on the house and stuff like that need to get done. Because we live in a 100-year-old house. And because we live in a 100-year-old house, there are a lot of little repairs that need to be done. And a lot of updates that need to be done. And they're not going to get done if we take so many trips. And, I mean, the trip with Dave's parents is not a big deal if they're paying for it. Because that's what they want to do. They're going on a trip. They're taking all the kids on a trip. That's what they want to do for their 50th wedding anniversary, is take a trip with the family. And I think that's great. I feel a little weird having a trip paid for. But I mean, I can't say no. That's rude too. So what I'll probably do is just take them out for dinner while we're on the trip to a fancy place. And say, no, you are not paying for this. This is my treat. Or our treat. And my husband's parents, they're not rich, but they are very good with their money. I wish I was good with money like that, but I'm not. I am a saver, but at the same time I'm a saver who likes to buy things like new cross stitches. And my husband, he's just a spender. He's like, hey, I have 20 bucks. Let's go do something with it. It's like, well, that 20 bucks could be saved. We have like a couple hundred. And do something better. Though right now I don't have much in the bank. That's because it's post-Christmas. And, you know, we seriously overspent Christmas. We have never overspent like this before. It'll be fine. It's just making things a little tight for the first little month or two of the year. It's not going to be long-term or anything like that. Oops, I missed one. I missed the one on the end. Okay. That's okay. I'll catch it up now. If I can find my spot. I don't go there. Where am I? I literally cannot see my stitch. Give me a second. That's what I just did. Right? Yes. Okay. I figured out myself. Who is that one? That one. My eyes are confused today. I don't know why. And it's also this one. And this one. Maybe I should just do this one line by line, just because the blues are so close in color that my eyes are getting confused. But I have to finish this row first. And that's done. Alright, there's that. And that. Oh, I forgot to say, this is the project Onde by Melanie Delon, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I am doing it on 28 count Whisper Lagana. And it's 1/1. In case anybody wants the specifics, which I know there are usually people who want specifics. I chose Whisper because it's a very light off-white gray, so it will, it still shows up pretty white in the little spaces between stitches, but once you get like 3 feet away, when it's hanging on the wall, you won't be able to see like those little tiny white dots like there. So I'm not worried about that. I'm moving my diagonal thingy. I do stitch with Pattern Keeper. I think that's what it's called, the new program. And it is amazing. Oh wait, no, I do need to be here. Yeah, I typically don't buy white, I buy a light-ish color to stitch on. I do have white. I have a lot on white just because it's cheap at like Joann's. I get the cheap stuff because I kind of feel the fabric doesn't matter that much because these are full coverage. So why spend a lot of money on something that's gonna get completely covered up? And that's just my opinion. If you want to use hand-dyed fabric to stitch a Heaven and Earth Designs on, go for it. It's your money, it's your project. I know for some, enjoying the fabric they're stitching on is an important part of stitching. For me, the fabric matters if the background's gonna show, or if the fabric's gonna show anywhere on it. Otherwise, I just get whatever. Like I said, I tend to pick something not white because I feel like stitches are hidden better. There we go. Or the background's hidden better. But I don't want to go too dark because if there's light stitches, it's really detrimental. So I go with an off-white, like I have my Firefly Gypsy. She's on, I'll show you real quick, this lavender. You can barely tell until I put it against the other one. This lavender Lugana. And then I have, I don't know that I can pull this one out. My Sunstyle, which is still cute snapped up, which is on a mushroom Lugana, because there's a lot of brown. So I do that just so that just to disguise the fabric a little bit for a full coverage piece, and most of my projects are full coverage. If it's not full coverage, I don't tend to enjoy it. And if it's not big, I don't tend to enjoy it. I know that makes no sense because the big ones take forever to finish. But I like these little tiny stitches that cover the whole thing. I like 1/1. I like big projects. I like lots of colors. I even like confetti. I'm strange. I love, 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 love French knots. But I don't like backstitch. So I'm normal there. But yeah, I think this is where I'm gonna end it because my husband's waking up and he's gonna start making a lot of noise. He works third shift, so I can hear him rustling around in the bed. And I don't want him to come down here and feel like he has to be super quiet. And I don't want you all to deal with his noise. Because he's noisy. He's not like belchy or gross or anything. He just come down and be like, "Hi, what are you doing?" It's like, I have a camera. You can tell what I'm doing. But yeah. He just woke up. He's allowed. He works hard. So, let's finish this stitch. And that will be that. So until next week, you all have a wonderful time. Thanks for hanging with me. And I'll see you. Well, I'll be putting up a floss tube on Friday. And so that will be there. And then I'll also see you next Tuesday. Until then, have a great day.